everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I am back. I am well rested, but I am tired because I feel like I'm still jet lagged and I've been working my ass off. So I am here and I had a little bit of Stella Rose. So I am here. I'm ready to get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. I feel like my opinion is about to be very different on this episode, but we gonna get into it. I can't wait to hear you all's opinions, but let's just jump right into it. Overall, I want to say this first. I'm over the damn picture. I'm over this effing picture. This picture has been out since the reunion. It's been all over social media. We have discussed it out. This needs to be the last episode. I mean, Carlos, you are a reality TV production producer genius. Your content is always really good. I need you to move these people in Huntsville. I need you to move their storyline along. Because a lot of this shit is still stemming from season 1 and we're on season 4. And I'm over it. Like, my fast forward button is so strong on this show, and I love this show. Like, a year ago, this was the #1 reality TV show for me over Atlanta. But my fast forward button is so strong because these people are still talking about bullshit from season 1. But let's jump into it. Davion, you with me? Bury the picture. Burn the picture. All the wives are okay with letting their husbands cheat in fucking peace. Let it go. We shouldn't give a damn. But let's talk about it. They put their business in the street. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Up first, the Scott brothers are at black. Maurice wants an apology. Now, this might sound shady, but Maurice, instead of asking for an apology, you need to be telling your brother thank you. But because without Marceau posting this damn picture, I don't know what you and Kimmy would be talking about this season. You and Kimmy, put it in the comments, check me if I'm wrong, and we love Kimmy down. We love Kimmy down. But if Kimmy and Maurice haven't had a storyline since they got married, hey, Dabu, they haven't had a storyline since they got married. So Marceau posting this picture is the best thing that happened to you and Kimmy for this show because y'all have nothing else to talk about. All y'all do is play neutral. You know, you don't get in Mel's mess. You don't get in Tisha's mess. You might argue with Mama Wanda a little bit. An apology. What he got to apologize for when your ass was the one who lied. The only person that I agree with Marceau said that deserves an apology is Kimmy. Because Kimmy was blindsided with the lie. You lied. And like he said, everybody knew that you all were in Atlanta that weekend. Why did you lie? So you don't put your wife, you with your lie, put your wife out there to look like what my husband doing, why he got to lie, and why Marceau got to put a picture up. So Ariane could be the one to say, I'm the one who took the picture. Let's move on because I don't want to give this picture too much more, but yeah, I wrote in my notes, I'm over the picture. Martell showed up and I hit fast forward. He wasn't talking about shit. I don't give a damn. We're going to get into the book signing at the end. I have an opinion. It ain't going to be the same as everybody else's, but we'll see. We're going to get into that because that seems to be the great debate this week is that book signing. We're going to get to it. Dabu, you didn't miss Ostella. I'm always out in the streets. I don't never come straight home from work. I had to go run some errands and I'd be bullshitting in the streets. And so when I got home, it was right on time for Ready to Love. So I'm going to do the little Ostella message after this. Davion is over the picture too. Yeah. You like Martell. See, I hit fast forward. Because once Martell start talking, I'm like, Kimmy is still my favorite too. Kimmy is still the favorite, but she know her husband ain't shit, just like Marceau ain't shit, just like Martell ain't shit. If we can see it from TV land, we know you can see it in the same house. But let's move on. Another fast forward moment, but I'm going to give them 2 minutes. Tiffany and Lewis, they showed up. They talking about Marceau don't want no more advice from them about their marriage, blah, 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 whatever. Tiffany mad at Stormy from the party, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't give a damn. The only thing that piqued my interest is, I think Tiffany was like, well, just talk to Marceau. It's not like he doesn't know us. We know, I ain't right down where they know each other from, but Huntsville ain't but this big anyway. And he was like, I don't mind talking to Marceau, but if it get out of hand, it just get out of hand. And he hot shit talking again. He talking like he about to throw some hands if Marceau want to take it there, or we could talk like gentlemen. Sir. Lewis, sir. You did this shit last season. You always hot shit talking. And then when it come down to saying the shit in somebody's face, you apologizing. Oh, I ain't mean that. I wouldn't talk about no shot. I apologize. My wife ain't mean nothing about that. Sir, if you didn't want none with Maurice, I know you don't want none with Marceau. And I don't even like Marceau, but Marceau looked like he could whoop your ass. And Tiffany, that's a very unattractive quality to me. I don't want no man that's hot shit talking, and then when it's time to get in somebody's face, he backpedaling and apologizing. That's very unattractive to me. I just want to know, is it next week? What week does he confront Marceau? If he isn't talking that same shit in Marceau's face, Tiffany and Lewis will forever be on my fast forward. I'm marking that today, April 7th. Write it down. When y'all watching the episode and y'all come back for the reviews, if Lewis doesn't have that same energy in Marceau's face, he will forever be on my fast forward. He already, you see it in my notes, he already on the list. But he about to be on the permanent list with Martell. It's next week, Davion. Okay. He said he about that life. What life? The backpedal life? The bicycle life? Because he sure be running it back. It couldn't be my man. Because, see, I be talking shit, too. He couldn't pop. You can't backpedal with me. But anyway, up next, Melody has a cute scene with Mariah. It ain't nothing to review. Except for Melody, you got a couple of talents, boo. Your singing is alright. You wasn't flat or nothing. But you ain't running like Mariah and them. Your singing is cute. Your fashions are cute. Your skincare looks successful. What you was doing on that camera with your daughter, don't waste your time or your money. And that's all I'm going to say. Up next, Martell go over his mama's house, and he's selling some sweet red wine. And he names it after his grandmother, Inez. Now, Grandmama Inez, your girl Angie y'all see it every Friday. I love a good sweet red wine. Love it. But I ain't buying shit from Martell. Ooh, this Stella Rosa is it, though. It could be the best sweet red wine in the market. It could be on sale for 2 bottles for $5. I'm not buying anything to support Martell. And that's just on period. And sometimes that's just the name of the game. You get on reality TV, you do a shit show of your character, people don't want to support you. And I just don't want to support him. And I'm one of the people like the Grand Dame Karen. I bought her fragrance. I If I like you from reality TV, I'll try out some of your products. Your girl is not trying none of Granny Inez wine. Mama Martell done got fucked up on the samples, and that's about it. He's sitting up here talking about the book signing, and I hit fast forward again because I'm just gonna get to that at the end. I don't give a damn about you complaining to your mom. See, I'm gonna get to it at the end because I'm gonna read Martell. I'm gonna halfway read Melody, and I'm gonna give my 2 cents. Now y'all done said Marceau champagne is fire. See, that's another thing. Number one, Evita, chocolate in a bottle sound nasty to me. I've never been a chocolate mixed with alcohol drinker. I have heard that the champagne is very good, and it just might be. But I don't want to say hate. But when it comes to reality people that I truly dislike, almost hate, it come Shawnee O'Neal, Evelyn Lozada, and then fucking Marceau. So I damn sure ain't buying none of Marceau shit either. I'll buy some sweet red wine, some of Granny Inez, before I put $1 into that mansion in the jungle with Marceau. Right. He ain't getting $9. I don't even want to taste the free sample of the shit. That's how much I don't want to support. And that's just it. Now y'all do what y'all want to do. This just my 2 cents. Let's move on from Granny Inez. Okay, so Marceau have him a scene with his kids. And I wrote it in my notes. I said, did y'all hear that echo? I'm about to go crazy. But anyway, somebody done told Marceau, look, your reputation in the streets, in the television streets, is that you don't give a damn about your kids. You don't go on no family vacations. You send Tisha off to the water park by herself, and then you go to Africa by yourself. Somebody said, go on and sit in the house and make these s'mores with these kids so it can look like you give a damn about them. Everything about that scene looked fake. Everything. It looked like he don't halfway. He talked to the son. I feel like he values the son because he's a chauvinist. He values men. I don't want to say he don't give a damn about his daughters, but I don't think he values them the same way he don't value his wife. And you can't tell me you sitting on TV talking about, oh, I learned that generational wealth ain't passing millions of dollars down to your children. Generational wealth is spending time with them and giving them advice or whatever other bullshit he was talking about. I said, sir, what we not gonna do is rewrite the motherfucking dictionary. Generational wealth is having wealth, which is dollar bills that you pass down to your children so they don't have to work as hard for the dollar bills, or they can continue the flow of the dollar bills to their next generation. I ain't trying to get on their ass, Davion, but we not going to rewrite the dictionary like we don't know what generational wealth is. Now, it is, people do say I am rich because I have the time and the love of my children, and that's all I need, and I feel rich. That's what broke people say. If we keep it in real, let me put this Stella Rose down because maybe I am going too hard. But that shit broke people say. And it ain't nothing wrong with it because you should want to spend time with your children. It is valuable. It is precious. You should want to take all the knowledge you have and pour it into your next generation so it can pass down. But we not going to act like Marceau is some huge philosopher rewriting generational wealth because he's sitting in his fucking living room making s'mores with some fucking kids he don't even want to go to the water park with. I'm off their ass now. Let's move on. But side note, the kids are beautiful. The 15-year-old son speaks very intelligently. I don't want to make it seem like they don't do nothing with their kids, because obviously they're pouring something into them for them to be that smart and well taken care of. But don't play in my face, Marceau. Let's move on. Okay, let me read them a little bit more. I done flipped in my notes. Tisha is still asking about this fucking apartment. But at the end of the day, she want to say, well, she really don't care. She don't believe he have an apartment. No way. I'm like, bitch, then why the fuck are you asking? Let me stop cursing. Because it ain't my husband, so why am I so mad? Why are you, what pisses me off with Tisha is she all over social media doing lives, interviews. I don't believe my husband is cheated. We ain't never seen a woman come out of the woodworks. Ain't nobody ever said they got a baby by him. Ain't nobody did this and that. I said, Tisha, if you don't believe your husband is cheating, why is this your storyline every season? I'm starting to think they putting the rumors out there on Instagram so they can have something to talk about the next season. Because I don't understand a woman who don't believe their husband cheating always asking them. And then you know what type of husband you have. You have an asshole of a husband who is never going to give you a yes or no definitive answer. So you constantly asking him shit, and he makes you look like an idiot by saying, oh, I can't answer that for you. Does it look like I would get an apartment? Do it. He don't never say, nah, bitch, they lying. You know, he don't never say no shit like that. So he just continuously makes a fool of you, but then you want me to feel sorry for you? I do not. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to run it back to season 1 since they like to keep running it back. I knew Marceau was a cheater when they went to Maurice's bachelor party and Tisha and Wanda were adamant. You better have that fucking ring on your finger. Don't go out nowhere. A woman like me, I don't even be checking for my husband ring, but I don't give a damn if he got on his finger or not. A woman who is content and confident in their marriage doesn't have to check their husband. You going to the strip club, you better have your ring on. Why your ring ain't on? Oh, you ain't have your ring? A woman who does all of that is someone who has had to catch their husband up in some bullshit before where he didn't have his ring, and now you insecure about it. And that was season 1. So in every season, they drop more and more hints. I'm about to get there too, Davion. I'm about to get rid of fucks to give about Tisha too, because I feel like they're playing in my face. I feel like this is their MO for the show. I feel like Tisha probably doesn't want to be embarrassed in this way, but Marceau is such an asshole. He likes to throw this shit out there. And mind you, I don't know who the fuck want to cheat with his ass. No way. He ain't cute. He's an asshole, a chauvinist, don't know how to talk to women. I don't know who would want to be with his ass no way, but let's get on to what we really want to talk about. What else the hell going on? Kimmy and Maurice going on vacation. They pretty much just setting up the scene for next week to tell Tisha Kiki was at the party. Moving on. Okay, the book signing. Okay, we finally here. Now let's get into it. A cute idea, because there are a lot of children who have not been outside of the 10-block radius of where they live their entire life. So a lot of children don't get to travel, especially out of the country. It was a wonderful book idea. He put his children's name on it so they can be authors and can have credit. And that's how you can give your children some wealth, because I'm sure all the sales from the book will be divided equally amongst all the authors of the book. Great idea. What's his name? Martell. I ain't mad at it. And I don't hate Martell for trying to pick up the pieces and at least make some money for himself and his children. He has a lot. He has child support to pay. how I feel about the children not being there. I have so many opinions about this because this has been a real life scenario for me, for myself, and for my husband. We both have children outside of each other. So, Melody says she had 2 deaths in her family and she getting ready to go spend time with her family and it's her weekend with the kids. And I don't know if she said they have a funeral to go to or if they're just grieving together as a family in her hometown. Whichever one it is, I have a niece and a nephew who are around Melody's children's age and younger, who have been to funerals. My grandmother passed away and my aunt passed away. It really ain't a place for children. The only one that might understand is the oldest. The other ones really don't understand what's going on. They probably really don't know your great uncle or your other uncle. They probably ain't that close to them. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just saying. So for Melody to use the excuse that I'm going over here and not letting the children at least be there first, I'm not buying that as her excuse. I'm not buying that as her excuse. I wish Melody would just say, it's my fucking weekend and I ain't taking them over there. That's it, point blank, period. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm mad at the excuses Melody gives. Just be real with it. It's my weekend. I don't want to do it. Melody's mother says this is a way for Martell to control you. I agree. I agree. I've been through this shit. Now, mind you, me and my son's father, who was also an Alabama man, we're in a good place now, so any shade is all forgiven and over with. But we never had set weekends. It was always my fucking weekend. Okay? So whenever he would call and be like, oh, it's a family reunion or he want to do this with my son, I always made time for it because a time with a father is precious. And I never wanted to be the type of mother where my son could come back and say, oh, you ain't let me spend time with my dad. You ain't let me go with my dad this. No matter how at that time petty my feelings may have been, I never let it get in the way of him spending time with his dad. And mind you, we lived in 2 separate states. We always had to drive at the state line and meet each other, like the state line at Alabama and Georgia. Inconvenience on me. I could have been like, yeah, you can have him, you come pick him up. But I always went out of my way to make sure he had that time with his dad whenever his dad wanted to pick him up. Now, it is controlling because once you go out of your way that first time, like the first time I met him at that state line, it always turned into, I want to pick up Cheek so-and-so, let's meet at the state line. So it always became an inconvenience because I let it happen that one time. So I agree 100% with Melody's mother. Once you make a contingency, he gonna always want you to make a contingency just to fuck with you, because I believe Martell did all of this shit to fuck with Melody. Yeah, they do all gather at funerals, and I understand that. I just feel like that was a lie. I feel like that was an excuse. I feel like Melody just didn't want to take them kids. But I understand all that. I said all that to say I didn't believe Melody. I felt like she was lying, but that's just me. Now, on the other hand, let me tell you this one story. Because it was one time, my son's father wanted to take him to a family reunion in Montgomery, Alabama. And I said, fine. We met at the state line. He picked him up, whatever. My son was like, I got to be at football practice Monday morning. So I'm like, Sunday, we going to meet at the state line. Bam, done. Sunday morning came. He called me and be like, some came up, I ain't gonna be able to meet you at the state line on Sunday. I'll meet you on Monday and we could meet on Monday. And I'm like, well, I got to work on Monday and he got football practice. And he was like, well, I can't do it today. So we just going to have to meet when you get off work. Hold up. You want me to work an 8-hour day and then drive 2 hours to the state line just to help you out? Well, you done already backpedaled off of the agreement of us meeting on Sunday. So now I'm highly pissed. My son is in the background because he is like the king football player. He don't want to miss a second of football practice. Mom, I can't miss football practice. It's not fair to do this. So me being a mother, I did. I got in my car, mind you, Montgomery, Alabama, from where I'm living at the time, is a 5-hour drive. I drove to Montgomery and all the way back home on that Sunday, a 10-hour round trip, just because I was being nice, as people want Melody to be nice and just drop the kids off. Or I've heard a couple of YouTubers say, you could have just dropped them kids off for an hour and let them stay with their dad for an hour and then pick them up. You can be as nice as you want to be. When a person is an asshole and they're taking advantage of your kindness, I guarantee you, Melanie could have said, okay, they got an hour. Martell would have flipped it to where they would have been there all day. And now Melody that got her blood pressure up like me, driving all the way fucking 5 hours there and 5 hours back because you wanted to be nice. So how I feel about this entire situation is yes. Melody could have been nice. She could have granted them the opportunity to be a part of the book signing, but you know what Martell could have did? He could have looked at a calendar and said, okay, this is my weekend, this is my weekend, this is my weekend. Pick a date that the venue is open on one of these weekends so I can have my kids and we can do this book signing. But you know, Martell didn't do that because he was setting it up to be the victim. He was setting it up because he know he's in a bitter divorce, a petty divorce with each other, and he knew Melody wasn't going to drop them kids off. He knew it. He knew it. That's why I know Melody is lying. And I wish she would just say, it was my weekend and I didn't want to bring them over there. I ain't have to. And you don't. That's what the fucking court order is for. It's my fucking weekend. Why you waste your money on this venue and it ain't your weekend? That's how Angie feels about it. Now, I'm just saying this to say this. You can be nice all you want to, but at some point, people will take advantage, like that mama said, of your kindness, and you'll fuck around doing a 10-hour road trip being nice. What y'all think? Y'all think Melody should have took the kids over there? I'm about over Mel too. I felt sorry for you. Felt sorry for Martell. I ain't feel sorry for Martell because the way the episode was set up, how he started it at the beginning, talking to Maurice and Marceau. Oh, I hope Melody could bring the kids. And then he was telling somebody else in another scene, his mama, oh, I hope Melody could bring the kids. I believe 100% when Melody said he didn't send me the email to 2 days before and I already had plans. I believe that because a man who really wants their kids to be a part of an event that's for them, number one, would have picked the right weekend. Number two, even let's say by chance, you know, shit happens and it was only available on this weekend. The second he booked that hall for the event, and he knew it wasn't his weekend, a real father would have asked a month, 2 months, 6 months, however many months in advance, Melody, this is the only weekend I could get the hall. I know it's your weekend. Can I please have the children? I know Melody ain't that much of a bitch to be like, hell no. Now, I don't know the woman personally, but I feel like if she would have had the right amount of notice, she would have took them over there for an hour, 2 hours, probably would have said, hell, you can have them for the day, just bring them home tomorrow, whatever. But you can't get nobody 2 days notice, which I 100% believe Martell did, because the whole episode he hoping and wishing he could see his kids. Where if he would have did that shit 3-4 months ago when he booked the event, he would have known if his kids were coming or not. So I'm over it. Feel cry tears for Martell if you want to. I'm not mad at Melody. The only thing I'm mad at Melody for is lying. I'm ready for people to talk real shit. Say, Martell told me about this shit 2 days ago, and I ain't taking him over there. I don't care. I'm going home. I don't care if Melody was sitting in her hot tub in her backyard with her radio blasting in the background. If she ain't want to take them kids over there on her weekend, she don't have to. You know why he wouldn't have had this problem? What Melody said years ago, if you would have kept your dick in your pants, you wouldn't have to worry about no weekends. So, and I'm done. Because I ain't going to make myself get upset for some kids that ain't even mine. But, and from the way it sounds, the way that the manager was speaking at the event, it sounded like this wasn't the only book signing. It sounded like they were going to be doing this again, because she was like, I hope they'll be at the next one. So this some shit for Carlos King and reality TV. I ain't falling for it. Oh well. Cry at home with your Inez wine, Martell. But anyway, that's all I got to give this week. I can't wait to see if Lewis back his shit up next week. And we'll get into it, I guess. It come on Saturday. We'll get into it on Sunday. Like I said in my previous video, I am sitting still until Memorial Weekend. That's my next vacation. So the video should be on time for at least the next, 6-7 weeks. So we'll have a good time on time. But thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching this on the repeat, go ahead and like the video. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about the book signing. I don't care if I'm the only one that said I ain't mad at Melanie for not bringing them kids. I don't care. That's why everyone has an opinion, right? But I will see you all Sunday. I guess I'll see you all sooner than later. I can't believe tomorrow is already Friday. Like when I got home, I saw my trash bin at the curb. I'm like, why the hell my husband put the trash at the curb already? I'm like, bitch, it's Thursday. I can't believe how fast this week has gone. But you all enjoy the rest of your evening. I got taxes to do. That's one thing I hate about tax season. When the 15th around the corner, that phone be ringing. So I got to make my little bit of change, and it's a part of the hustle. But you all enjoy your evening. I will see you all this weekend for the next episode, and talk to you later. Bye.